Okay, we are here with Corona Centennial senior linebacker Cameron Pitcher, and he has just come out of a pep rally, I believe. So first thing we got to ask, Cam, is did you or any of your teammates have to do anything exceedingly embarrassing at this pep rally?
No, it just kind of put me on the spot, and that's all. Nothing too bad.
So it's finally arrived. This is game one for you. You guys have Pittsburgh tomorrow, and just talk about the summer for you and how things have gone and where you think you've improved the most as a player.
The summer went especially great for me, just working on getting bigger, stronger, and faster. Definitely working on their weight room. Here at Centennial, we work from January to December. My game definitely improved, just working on getting off blocks, instead of just running away from the big guys, just being able to meet them in the hole and scrape off and make plays in the backfield.
Now, there's an unquestioned physical requirement for doing that and for playing that position. What's the technique, or where do you think you've come furthest in terms of the technique of playing inside linebacker?
Technique-wise, it's all about hand placement. That's where we worked on a lot with this summer. Just make sure we're getting our hand placement down, making sure our feet are right, shoulder pads low, and staying in our gaps.
So set the Corona defense for us. What is your base? What do you think are what are the things that what are the key attributes, I guess, of the Centennial defense?
Oh, fast and physical always. Our coaches and I'm preaching. I find myself preaching a lot to it too. To the defense, just running to the ball, making sure we're always running to the ball, fast and physical. Just make the plays when they come to us, and just always give our best effort.
So let's talk about tomorrow. First of all, you're a veteran now. This is your final year of high school football, but I just got to wonder, does it get any easier getting through the summer and waiting for that first game?
No, it's always just come on. It always feels like it's forever away. I mean, even now, I'm playing in less than 24 hours, and it still feels like days until I can finally just get back on there under the Friday night lights.
And so just talk about that experience. Obviously, you've got a lot more football ahead of you, but what is it that you really want to make sure that you enjoy in this your final senior season?
Man, there's nothing like just running out in the tunnel of cheerleaders with the fans rolling, the music blasting. And, you get up on the field and you just look around, you see the stands full, everyone's cheering, There's nothing quite like an experience like that.
So what's the outlook overall for the team? Obviously, you guys have been a pretty solid program for a pretty long time now. And you've got a challenging schedule. You got Pittsburgh tomorrow, and then you fly out to Florida to play IMG. So certainly you guys are kind of a spotlight program down here in Southern California. How do you guys define success, and what are your hopes for this year?
We're actually playing IMG down in San Diego for the Honor Bowl.
All right.
Yeah. Even from day one, our goal is state championship. Always state championship, and that's how hard we work for. That's what we work for. That's all the hours we put in. And so now that seasons roll around, now it's just every game at a time. Every game, it's how can we get better? How can we improve to make sure that we accomplish that goal of state championship?
And I got to just ask a couple questions about your guy, Tanner McKee. We talked to him a little bit earlier. As a defender, just talk about where he is at a quarterback and what he can do that you as a defender appreciate that some others might not.
Man, it can be very frustrating just going against a quarterback like that, but it's also a great thing, just having, going against the best quarterback maybe even in the country. Our defense is very blessed to have that, but man, it does make practices tough and challenging just because he gets that ball off so quick and on a dime. So it definitely helps our defense as a whole just make sure we're competing to that level.
And how well do you know Tanner? What's he like, just kind of as a person?
I've known him for quite a bit years. We grew up together. We were on the same junior All-American teams. He's a great guy. Real humble, real nice, very respectable. He's the leader on campus.
Okay, so let's get to the really important stuff. Who wins a dance-off between you two?
I think that'd be me. He can be quite a little shy guy.
Oh, okay. So he's just not even about that, is what you're saying.
Yeah. He can be a little shy, but I think I'd win that one.
Okay. Well, then I gotta ask, as I love asking the defensive players. First of all, have you scored in your time at Corona?
Yeah. Well, I guess you can't count, the junior All-American days, but no, not in high school. No.
And let me just ask, if there was never a concern about flags, do you have kind of a dream touchdown celebration, or are you more of the just hand it to the ref kind of guy?
I'm more of just the hand it to the ref kind of guy and then celebrate with my teammates going back to the sideline. All
right, so let's talk a little bit about the next steps for you, Cameron. You're obviously going to be playing college ball somewhere. You're, by all accounts, an outstanding student, and accordingly, you've definitely got some interest from the Ivy League. Talk about the state of your recruitment right now as you head into the season.
Right now, I'm just waiting on my first big-time scholarship offer. Definitely looking for a very academically well school. Definitely there, and just waiting on whatever comes to me. I'm open to really anything. So
yeah, I mean, you still got a lot of football to play this season, and obviously you're getting attention as we go forward. Tell me about your Stanford experience. They were one of a number of camps that you went to in the summer. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was great. Just putting the pads back on back on the farm. I love the campus. I love the environment at Stanford. It's definitely one of my top prospects, just because it's so academically well structured. And the camp went well. I definitely like the coaches there.
And was there a coach that kind of stood out or that you kind of connected with at that point?
Yeah, the defensive coordinator, I got to meet him, and, he was definitely following me around camp. I definitely saw him watching me, and, I think I really impressed the whole coaching staff as a whole.
Now, tell me about the mentality there, because, obviously you're playing football, but you're at a college campus. You kind of know why you're there. What is the mindset for you to just be out there and just playing versus, knowing that you kind of have eyes on you?
In game, I really try and just shut it out and just, focus on doing my job as far as our defensive assignments go. Just make sure I'm making plays, leading the defense, and then afterwards, that's when all that stuff falls into place.
All right, and so let's just finish up with just a couple questions. I'm curious to know. There's obviously no shortage of adversity in the game of football, and as good as you are, I'm sure you've encountered some. I want to know, as a football player, what is your proudest moment of overcoming adversity, either as an individual or as a team?
Proudest moment would definitely be just sophomore year, just backing up the big senior starters, sophomore year, starting off there, and working my way up, every game, just, working hard in practice, classroom, game time, and then eventually just leading up to state game in Sacramento, and they finally gave me a chance to start. Yeah, that was a big moment for me.
And then same question, but off the field, just as a student or just as a person, when was kind of a moment where you were up against something tough and you made it through, and you look back now and it means something to you?
Off the field, I definitely have to say, just just maintaining the GPA that I have right now. You know, it's not hard, it's not easy keeping a 4.0 with the athletic program like we have at Centennial. But, you know, thinking back like, man, you know, maybe I should drop this class. Man, I'm so tired. But, you know, just fighting through, making sure all the work is done, all the studying is done, making sure I perform in the classroom just like I do off the field, because, you know, not only the coaches expect it, but, you know, I expect that of myself, just to push through it all and just make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
All right. And then just one final thing for you, Cameron, before we let you go.
Mm-hmm.
So much of what we watch is on the field, obviously, and we know that you're a great student. What is just one thing about you that football fans don't know that you think they ought to know about you?
I think they ought to know about me that, you know, I'm just a really nice guy. I'm a fun guy, you know. I enjoy playing video games on the weekends too. You know, there's nothing wrong with a little fun to it. It's not all just football and school.
So once the pads come off, you don't take any of that saltiness with you. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no. It all leaves the field. Then I'm just a genuine nice guy, all smiles.
Nice. All right then. Well, I'm sure you're gonna make whoever you end up with in college smile, who you end up playing for, and I'm sure that Corona Centennial fans are going to be smiling watching you play this year. So, Cameron Pitcher, Corona Centennial linebacker, thank you very much for joining us here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, Cam, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you getting a hold of me.
Yeah, no problem. It was good being here.
Yeah. How are you still in touch with Stanford at this point? Have they been reaching out to you at any point?
Yeah, they actually gave me the opportunity to be a walk on. They want me a preferred walk on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I'm looking into. You know, not the final goal I want. You know, I still have season. You know, to try and get the big offer. But yeah, definitely thankful for that.
Well, great, Cameron. I think you're a heck of a player, and I look forward to seeing you. And let's stay in touch moving forward.
Yeah, I will.
Take it easy, Cam. Good luck tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right. Good night.